As my reign continues as that motherfucker who likes to dress as an old bish with a mysteriously mystic past, I crave yet another garment in which I can frolic and slay my enemies in. Today's piece is a sheer brown dress. This dress will have all the best shit. Ruffles, floral details, stays. It'll be see-through because it's a fucking chiffon, which is a fucking pain in the ass to sew, coming from the motherfucker who's already, this is post-project, I'm filming this, and I may or may not be wearing it. But oh my fucking god, what a pain. And some little bows up top. And actually, while I was embroidering, I had this profound realization. I believe it came on to me because I was sleep deprived and wanted to go to bed, and this story does relate to that. So there's this cricket that somehow has landed right outside my window on the 3rd floor. And it'll be fucking screaming at like 4 a.m. And as you can see, or as you have seen in past videos, I'll put a picture. My bed, specifically the head of my bed, is right next to the window. It is like on top of the window. So it's incredibly inconvenient when I'm trying to, sleep or just relax or fucking think. It's so loud. Oh my god. Thing is, it wasn't out there like every night for like several days on end or anything. It was just kind of randomly every now and then for like a week. I think 3 total days just sprinkled throughout. I never knew when it was gonna happen. Otherwise I could have planned, perhaps stayed up some nights instead of suffered. And I was sat up thinking while this motherfucker was singing the song of its fucking people at volumes only necessary for fucking sirens during the apocalypse. How the fuck did this dude get up here? I figured he got into the tree that's outside my window somehow and took a leap of faith and somehow landed on my window. But I realized something. There's a wasp's nest right outside my window. And I noticed a wasp had the corpse of a cricket in its grubby little paws, and it flew straight into the nest. I'm not going to get into how disturbing that is, but it did leave me with the realization that the crickets from these nights were probably all different crickets that somehow escaped from the wasps, landed outside my windowsill because it's right underneath the wasp nest, and shouted for dear life, completely ruining the fact that they had escaped because the wasps will probably hear them and fuck their shit up. Like, motherfucker, you're gonna ruin it for everybody. Shut the fuck up. They know where you're hiding. You're hiding in the same spot the last dude hid and the same spot the next guy's gonna hide. Stop giving it away. Like, seriously, shut the fuck up or they're gonna do it for you. Now that I know it's like a prison escape movie and not a coming of age for the annoying kid in high school movie, I'm kind of more on board, but I also kind of hope that they all get caught and eaten and dismantled and buried in the ceiling of our apartment building, so I never have to hear their annoying little chirpy, high-pitched ever again. Just my casual embroidery thoughts. And of course, the tie it back. It being see-through, it is a little bit more scandalous. A little spicy. This time the floral details consist of honeysuckles, of which I kind of upped the contrast on, I guess, just to match the deeper vibes of this dress fabric. I burnt my fingers while writing this script, not from writing the script. My paper didn't just spontaneously combust in my hand and burn all my fingerprints off to make all those crimes I commit a little bit easier. I actually burnt them, I think, from cooking or something. Because my fingers were burned, it was hard to write, and a lot of this is just gibberish. I don't know what the fuck it says. I stabba-debadobed the phrase and pipped up the peen? I don't think that's right. I think what I was trying to say is I glued the edges of the patterns. Maybe? I kept the bust area relatively small because I knew it was going to be a very loose, light, dainty fabric, and if I made it too big, it'd just kind of bunch up there because I don't have the means to fill that, I suppose. Not enough toilet paper to, plus it's see-through, so I wouldn't be able to get away with that anyways. And then I also sewed on some ties. And then I sewed a fuck ton of tubes of that same chiffon fabric and made a bunch of tunnels, essentially. Now, the reason why I sewed tubes, like as the in-between pieces between each panel piece, was because 1, it was way easier, and 2, I wanted it to be thicker so you couldn't see through it to the boning. When sewing the channels on, I had to make sure that I was putting the glued part completely under where the stitch would be. Otherwise, it would come undone and fray. Okay, now I'm supposed to slip him buttonhole, bendy slip, common snap, and rough nuts. I think that means sew the buttonholes, get the ruffles sewn in place. Isn't bendy slip, common snap an actor? I don't know where that came from or what he has to do with this, but damn those burnt fingers. The ass area of the dress is a little more airy and caged than I had originally planned for. I'm kind of okay with that though. I think it's cool. It makes me look more, how do I say this elegantly? Makes me look more caked up, like I got hella ass, like that dumpy, thick as fuck, like just a massive dumpy, and I support that politically. Okay, and yeah, that's about it. A little reveal. You can see the embroidery I did, little honeysuckle boys, very large honeysuckles. I really like the way it fits. Tis very good. Currently wearing it still because I just filmed that reveal. Thank you so much for crotching. That doesn't make sense. Lub cribe. Slike. Have a good day.